Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? It's your boy Willie Beam back in the building. Just want to thank y'all, man, for tuning in to another episode of Mirror Check. Please visit our YouTube channel, MirrorCheck.Podcast. While you are there, do me a favor, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, please share our content so we are able to have a greater impact, man, across the world. Also, go follow our social media handles, our Instagram, at MirrorCheck Podcast, Twitter at MirrorCheck underscore, and also TikTok at MirrorCheck underscore. Also, to stay connected to us, to our MirrorCheck Podcast for latest events, please visit our website at www.checkyourmirror.com, where you can purchase exclusive products, listen to all our episodes of our podcast, and subscribe for latest news and releases. And we got some great things in store for y'all, great things on the way. And so with that being said, man, if you're the one that's always pointing the finger at someone else, that means that your mirror is dirty. So what I would advise you to do is take a step back, reflect, and check your own mirror. Peace.
What's good, Mirror Check family? This your boy Ishmael. I do want to thank y'all for tuning into another episode. This is a special episode where we'll be interviewing my homeboy, my friend, my brother, Willie Beeman. Actually, this is a real special episode. It is his birthday on July 7th. Man, I do want to wish you a happy birthday.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just happy to be here once again.
Yes,
Continue
sir.
to, like I always say, bring value to our people with this platform. And even with this special episode, you interviewing me, kind of flipping the script and people getting to know me on a personal level. So, yeah, man, I'm always excited to be on. Always excited.
Scared of these questions?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready,
ready?
man. See what you got. Hopefully,
All
I
right,
can.
man. We gonna see if we can get to know you, man. We really gonna see. So, man, without further ado, let's jump right into this, man. So, who is Willie?
Who is Willie? Willie is a person of humility. Willie is a person of peace. Willie is a husband. Willie is a content creator. Willie is a minister, a son, a friend, just a hip hop dancer. All just wearing many different hats, man. So I guess in a nutshell, that's how I could describe myself. Wearing many hats in different areas of life, and so no matter what area I'm in, and so yeah, that's kind of how I was describing, man. Just depending on what season I'm in, what hat I'm using.
Right. Hey, and you wear many different hats physically too. I see you with a different hat all the time. So yeah, that fits, man. That fits.
That's funny.
Talk.
That's true.
I know that you, just knowing your story, the person you used to be and the man you are today, what made you change? What made you change your life?
What made me change my life? Basically, man, I've had this conversation with numerous of people, but just basically growing up, of course, on the south side of Fort Worth, and hanging around a bunch of people, that wasn't no good for me. But at that season, at that time, I thought, they were okay for me, running around and running the streets, partying and drinking and smoking and living, the fast and wild life. I thought those things were healthy and good for me, but came to realize as I got older and I got wiser, God started to show me, those people weren't really for me, and those unhealthy habits and unhealthy practices really wasn't good for my mental, for my emotional health and for my spiritual health. And so really just allowing God to eliminate me from most of those people, even though it probably hurt it because I was comfortable. I feel like a lot of times we find ourselves remaining comfortable in the times that we're in and seeking comfort rather than growing and being better. And so one thing that I've heard from a rapper in the name of Andy Mineo, he said there's two levels of pain. It's either you have the pain of change or the pain of staying the same. And so it's just whatever route you're getting ready to you choose to take, you're gonna have to experience that. And so I just felt like I had to move forward, even though it was painful leaving those people. It was good for my growth.
Right.
It was good for my health. It was good for my mental. It was good for changing my inner circle and also moving forward. And so, that's kind of how, I made that transition and walking and, going after Christ and then changing my circle. Not saying that we can't have fun, as believers and as Christians, but it's certain things or certain environments that we can't allow ourselves to get tied up in, in order to grow and thrive. And so, that's how that story came about, man. And here I am, still rocking. Yeah.
So that reminds me of this quote that says, in order to elevate, you have to separate.
Yeah.
So, I had to learn that the hard way too. Like, I was never really around, bad people, but I always isolate myself from everybody because I had a vision, I had a goal, I wanted more out of life,
Right.
And back on the first episode, I would tell you, hey, I would self-reflect, I look in the mirror and say, hey, I got to do this, I got to do this, do this. But in order for me to get to where I needed to go, I had to let go of some friendships. I had to let go of some family members that meant me no good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
along this journey, so I understand that growth, man. And hey, I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm happy for you, man, and I'm proud of the man you are today. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful the transition, man.
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. Yeah, I'm just learning to trust the process, man.
Yes, sir.
Embrace
yes, sir.
it.
Yes, sir. So along this journey, what do you think is the most valuable piece of knowledge or wisdom or that you gained along this journey?
Oh man, that's that's a good question, man. I can kind of, man, I've heard so much words of wisdoms from different spiritual leaders and business leaders and just leaders in general. So, like I said, I think in the second episode, I believe when we talked about our mirror moments and stuff like that, I think it all boils down, man, to a shift in our mindset. Shifting our mindset, the way we think, and the way we think, controls the way we live. And so,
Correct.
The word already tells us whatsoever man thinks in his heart, so is he. And so if you're always a person that's thinking negative, there's going to be negative fruit that's going to bear from that.
Yes, sir.
If you're always a person that's thinking positive and thinking success, there's going to be, positive fruit, or you becoming a successful person and thrive in an area that God has called you in. And so, man, I've in this journey, man, I've heard a lot of words of wisdom from a lot of different leaders, man, who have poured into me. But kind of what I mentioned previously, the one that has been sticking with me concerning the mind is like a parachute, man. If it's closed minded, then you won't be able to thrive. But if it's open, it'll save your life.
Right.
And so
That's
always
deep.
being open, man, to change, always being open to new growth, always being open to new opportunities, always being open to building new relationships and new connections, because that's what's going to propel you, in a journey that you're in. So I really can't even pinpoint, a specific thing, but that's one thing that always has, resonated with me here in even these past couple of years is, having a new mindset, being open to the things that God has in store for you, rather being closed-minded. Because I believe closed-minded kills your dreams.
Right.
It's a dream killer. So, yeah.
Okay. I feel that for real. So list 3 characteristics about Willie that somebody would say, like if they were to meet you and create a friendship with you, or create a bond with you. What are 3 attributes, characteristics, or whatever you want to call it, that you believe that people would say about you?
Number one, probably the main one that I get, man, is that I'm very, very humble. Being humble and reserved. At the end of the day, I'm not the type of person to, boast and brag on what I have or materialistic things, or try to belittle someone or throw someone else under the bus. I'm always a person of operating under the spirit of humility, and in that season or whatever time, space that God has me in. So I believe number one would probably be humility. People always see me as a person of being humble, because I've had incidents in life to where people have seen me go through things and they were like, man, why is this guy, still humble? Why is he still smiling? Why is there still, joy on the inside? Why is he still laughing and joking, knowing that I've seen him, encounter some things, just to, be transparent. Me and Tamika took a hit, back in 2014, man, when our apartment complex caught fire.
I remember that, man.
Yeah, man, that was that was mind blowing. It was devastating to get off of work and go home and be outside and see the flames during the units, and seeing people outside crying and family members crying and babies and fire trucks and police department all over the place. It was crazy, man. I just remember just going in my car, and praying and allowing God to give me peace in that moment and in that storm. And through that, God carried us through. We were still able to get another apartment. We were still able to, pay the same amount of rent we were paying previously. All those different things, people, sending us, income to be able to get back on our feet, and then going to work as if nothing happened.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people have seen me, remain humble. So I believe that's number one. Number two, I would probably say, man, being a peacemaker. You know,
Okay.
always being the one to kind of diffuse the fire rather than adding more
Right.
fuel to the fire. Because I believe that's most of our problems. I mean, when we see certain conflict, you know, we get to a point to when we want to throw more fuel on the fire, and it
Yeah.
becomes a bigger problem than what it should be. And so, number two, I would definitely say being a peacemaker, man, being a person that has the ability to settle the storm and bring encouragement to that person or to that family, whatever the case may be. So, being a peacemaker would definitely be number two. Number three, basically, just I would probably say always being joyful. I
Okay.
believe
Yeah.
number three, yeah, I could probably say always being joyful, always laughing, always cracking
Yeah.
jokes,
Yeah.
always trying to find the good out of every bad situation,
Yeah.
man. Always trying to remain positive, no matter what storm, no matter what season, no matter what circumstance or tribulation I may be going through. Always finding a way to to get joy out of it
Right.
and throwing it into somebody else's life. And so yeah, I would probably say, I mean, that's probably more, but I would say those are probably my main three. Is
Right.
operating out of the spirit of humility, being a peacemaker in certain conflicts, and always having joy on the inside.
Right. Right. So I know about joy. It's like when you're trying to find joy in even in every bad situation. To me, that's like still giving God glory, no matter what you're going through,
All right.
whatever it can be, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. But if you can find joy in your storm, you're still giving God glory.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like to me. It may be something else to somebody else, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So when you list those three, is that the order you think it'll go in, or which one do you think is the greatest? If you only just have out of those three, which one would you put a label for yourself? Like,
out of those
if
three,
you could just pick out of those three.
I would probably say humility, man.
Okay.
Yeah, out of all those, I'd probably say my top dog would probably be, operating out of the spirit of humility.
Okay.
Always remaining humble, man, no matter what's going on in my life, whether I'm on my valleys, whether I'm in my mountaintops, whether I'm in my lows, whether I'm in my highs, it doesn't matter. Always having that level of operating out of the spirit of humility.
Right.
Because the word already tells us, too, those who humble themselves shall be exalted.
Mm-hmm.
But it also said those who exalt themselves shall be humble. Mm-hmm. So the question is, what do we want? Do we want to humble ourselves, or do we want God to humble us?
Right.
And if God comes in to humble, then that's a whole nother
Man.
That's a whole nother ball game, bro. And
Yeah.
so I don't definitely want to deal with that, man. Which I've had, in previous times. But I'm learning now to always remain humble, man. Whether it's something I have achieved, something I have accomplished, always allowing God to get the credit. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a vessel.
Yeah.
I'm just a
Real
vessel,
talk.
man, being used, and being poured into, and maybe to pour back into others. And so, yeah, I would say humility is that main top dog.
Man, trust me, you probably don't want God to humble, because he might put you in a position or a place that you do not want to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might be jail. It could be anything, man. Like, you just to humble yourself, and just like Jonah, man. Like,
I was thinking
you gotta
of
put
him.
in a position. He was put in a position that he had to humble himself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you may not want that. So you might want to say, hey, look. Let me look at this mirror and check myself and make sure I got this in order. Make sure I'm a humble person. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir. Mirror check.
Yes, sir. Had to throw that in. Mirror Check Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. So, do you think that's your greatest strength?
Operating out of the spirit of humility.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I honestly do believe, man, and going on 33 years of my life, it's probably
Jesus year.
operating out of the spirit of humility, man. Always remain humble, even in the times before I became a believer and following Christ, and even being in the world, still having that trait, that characteristics of always being humble. I would probably say, that's definitely my greatest strength.
So let's reverse that. What's your greatest weakness?
Greatest weakness. I would probably have to say, and I think me and you talked about this here shortly, and be on the lookout for this episode, y'all. But I believe my greatest weakness is probably handling or mishandling rejection.
Ah, man.
Yeah, I would probably say mishandling rejection. Man, rejection is definitely something that I struggle with, bad, man. Whether it's certain rejection from, some men, Tamika have talked about, or, a certain different relationship with a friend or whatever,
Right.
or, a business opportunity that I'm trying to close on and don't go the way I wanted it to, yeah. Rejection is a challenge for me, man.
See, that's crazy you mentioned that, because I was gonna say most people, when you mention the word rejection, they immediately think about relationships. Rejection, it could be so many more things. Like you can be wanting something, but God be like, nope, that's not for you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a form of rejection, and people look at rejection always in a negative aspect. And honestly, rejection can save your life. Rejection can save your journey. It can put you on the right path. It can connect you with the right people that you need to be connected to in the right season. So sometimes you just have to look at rejection as a positive, as a lesson learned, so you can continue to grow along the way.
That's good.
So that's just me how I see it. I used to think of rejection as only being negative. Rejection is only being a relationship, stuff like that. But as I got older and understood that rejection come in many different forms, that helped me along my journey.
That kind of goes to something that I've heard a while back. I'm trying to remember what was it, man, about rejection, of how I guess it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me.
I'm pretty sure it will. You know how I did what was that, the first or second episode?
Yeah,
it came back to you at the end. Yeah, it'll come back.
Y'all pray for me, man. We getting older.
Man, slow down, man. We are getting old.
Man.
That's crazy, man. I remember when we was 12, 13 years old. Man, we 33, bro. My bones hurt. Man.
Yeah, sometimes my feet be hurting. I don't know what for.
Man, I get up, man. My ankles and my knees be cracking and stuff like that. If I bend over to pick up something, my ankle pop and my knee pop. Too many people ain't built and got those Megan Thee Stallion, knees where you can just keep bending down. And
right.
I've been down. I'm done. I'm retired for the day.
That's true,
man.
True, man.
So, Willie, this person of humility, this person of joy, what is your definition of a friend?
That's a good one. Definition of a friend. I believe my definition of a friend is somebody that you have the ability to be vulnerable with, number one. Okay. To the point to where you're sharing, I'm talking about your darkest secrets and some stuff that you really, really are battling and going through, to the point to where they're not, throwing dirt on your name, that they're not slandering you, they're not using your information to spread it or to gossip, with other people and make you look bad. So when you step on the scene, you wonder why everybody looking at you crazy because they didn't slander you. I believe a real friend has the ability to handle, what you just told them. And
sensitive information.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Yeah, something
confidential information. Yes, sir.
Yeah, something that's very, very sensitive, man, that God has placed in your life that they can trust, and not, judge you or criticize you based on the stuff that you're going through. And so I would definitely say that's one of the key pieces when it comes to, friendship, is not be so quick to, judge and throw dirt on somebody's name. Give them a place to be able to lay their shoulder, their head on your shoulder and move forward, and allow them to just be vulnerable with you and share their heart, and not be so quick to, judge and slander them. And so I think that's the biggest thing for me when it comes to friendship. And from there, but also on the flip side of that, after all that is said and done, having the ability to give them words of wisdom, give them encouragement. Sure. In a sense, in their journey, also holding them accountable and helping them grow and be better. Not to the point to where you're just, pacifying them in the times that we're in, but also giving them, the things that they need and the right information that they need. Because the word also tells us speak the truth in love. So there's a way you can handle things, from the words that you choose to say, concerning people's lives. Because one thing I've learned, man, I've heard this from a spiritual leader too, that words carry weight, man.
Yes.
Words carry weight, man. I remember the term we we used to say sticks and stones might break my bones. The words will never hurt
Man,
me. I disagree with that, man.
Words can.
I totally disagree with that, man. So we got to be cautious of what we speak into other people's lives when they're in their most vulnerable season, you know, and going through. But yeah, I would definitely say that's my makeup of friendship, somebody that you can turn to in those low and dark times and share with, but also, you know, okay, let's dust it off and let's get back to it and you know, allow them to hold you accountable and thriving and your flourishing.
Yep, you know, a friend, you know, you should be able to, as a friend, go to that person and always go back and correct them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do something and it just wasn't right and you know it wasn't right, you know, pull that person to the side and have that private conversation with them. Hey, man, what you did or what you said wasn't right, man. I think you should just go apologize. You know, pray about it. You know, whatever you need to do to fix it, you need to go do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times you have people who say they're a friend and they allow their friend to act or carry themselves in a certain way. If you can't go back and say, hey, man, hey, that's not you, man. You know, that's not the scene that you need to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Holding that person really, truly accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's the friend. That's a friend, in my opinion. You know, and you have to be able to receive that. Like, some people, you know, they get offended or react out a certain way because you said something about them, especially like if they're a rapper and they put out some content and everybody in the room say, oh, they go hard, but they get to you and you give me your opinion and you be like, nah, bro, that's not it. They quick to call you a hater, but that's your opinion. Like, everybody ain't hating.
Exactly.
And you should say, okay, you saying that's not it. How can I improve? How can I make this better? You should take all different types of criticism. You know, you should be able to take it. If it's positive feedback, negative feedback, you should be able to take it and apply it and make yourself better.
That's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? And being a friend, that's me. I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. I'm gonna tell you, hey man, that's not. Don't post that. That ain't no good of you doing this. Yeah. And you may question me why, and I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It may not be how you want to hear it, but it's gonna be something that you need to hear it.
Yeah.
So that's just me. Hey, I'm real direct, and I apologize if I come off a strong way, but that's just me. I want the best for you. I want you to be on the right path. I want you to you know, to flourish in life. So yeah, that's just me as a friend. So
most definitely. Yeah, you need that sometimes.
Yes, sir.
You need that.
So let's play a little game real quick. Okay. So one of my favorite movies is Brewster's Millions.
I never seen it.
It's with Richard Pryor. So his uncle passed away and left a will and said he had X amount of dollars to spend over a certain amount of time, and they couldn't bring him anything in return. And he had like X amount of days to spend this amount of money in order to receive something greater. So let's just do this. If you had $1 million to spend in 14 days to win $300 million, how would you spend that in that 14 days? Like I said, it cannot bring you any type of return. You can't like invest it in something that's going to bring you back something. And it cannot bring you any kind of fame. How would you spend that $1 million?
First and foremost, I'm going to get a couple of whips. I'm gonna buy me my dream car, that Porsche Panamera, that four-door joint. I'm gonna go buy me a Lambo. For some speed. I'll probably go buy me what's that Rolls Royce, so I can I can be presidential.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Rolls Royce be presidential. Then the fourth one, I'll probably buy. I like them. What are the Mercedes? What are the G-Wagons? Yeah. Probably buy a G-Wagon. I don't know how much that is, but
so why cars? Like, I mean, is it because it depreciates in value, so you're really not getting something back in return?
That would probably be that'll probably be the main thing. The fact that it's gonna drop as soon as you get that thing off the off the lot.
Yeah. So, you may pay $250,000 for a Lambo. Just pay in cash, but soon you drive off the lot, it's worth $225,000. It done lost $25,000 in appreciation. I mean, it just depreciated it, $25,000.
That's true.
So I mean, it's not bringing any value. It surprised me that you didn't mention like, first off, I got to pay my 10%. It surprised me to say that.
That's funny
because that's not that's not bringing fame to yourself. It is not. It's a way of giving. But I take that back because you are receiving something in return.
Yeah.
Because
spiritually.
Yeah. So I take that back. So everybody.
That's funny. Yeah. You sow whatever man sow, that she also reap. So yeah, it'll be definitely something coming back on that end. But no, you talking about 10 mil in 2 weeks, man. I'm probably gonna take a whole week's vacation.
Man.
Whole week vacation.
Yeah.
I don't believe you spending money, wasting money doing that. There's no value in that. I don't think. I'll probably go to probably throughout the UK. Probably London, probably Germany, probably Paris, Rome.
Right.
Hit some of these beaches.
Right.
Go back to the Cayman Islands. That was so beautiful. I definitely gotta go back there.
So we talking about so you talking about all these different vacations. One of the questions I did want to ask is, if you had a one-way ticket to anywhere in the world and you had to live there, where would you go and why? One-way ticket anywhere in the world.
And I had to live there?
Yeah.
It's something me and Tamika been talking about. Probably Canada.
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Yeah, probably Canada, man.
Steve Nash, boy.
Yeah. It seemed like a different vibe, different
Andrew
culture.
Wiggins.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins. Yeah, Steve Nash.
The White Pal.
Yeah.
All them Canadians.
Yeah, the White Pal. Yeah, it just seems different. Either probably Vancouver or Ontario, and probably some other
I don't know where it's
parts.
cold.
Yeah. I don't know what other parts of Canada that's warmer. What would be some other parts?
I mean, probably the warmest part would probably be Toronto area. Yeah. Everything else is really cold.
Cold.
Yeah, it rain a lot or either cold. That's why it's beautiful. I would love, me personally, I would love to live somewhere in the mountains. And just be like a caveman, not shave my beard and just go around and people think I'm Sasquatch or something. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I just love nature, man.
Yeah. No, nature.
I'd just be probably out in the mountains. I mean, a beach or whatever would be nice, but I love nature. I want to be out, and I love to see like the deer running and all the other crap. That's just me. Yeah, I love Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Yeah.
Canada, nice, man.
Definitely want to visit Canada, man.
For sure.
Of course, being a city kid, want to check out how that city is ran, the culture of people, the culture of food, the different art museums, different stuff like that, sightseeing.
Right.
So yeah, that's probably be a place we want to live.
Okay. So, since it's free agency in the NBA, and a lot of stuff is going on, players are changing teams, players are getting super max contracts,
Man,
260 million plus over 4 and 5 years. I know you're a LeBron fan,
right?
And no matter what team LeBron go to, you become a fan of that team,
right?
What do you think the Lakers need to do to improve this offseason?
To improve this offseason, first and foremost, I don't think it can
Don't do my boy like that. don't mention him.
Oh, you talking about Russell Westbrook?
Man.
You like Russ?
I mean, so the thing is, people bash him.
Right.
People talk about his wife. People talk about his kids.
Yeah. You going too far.
But at the same time, Russell Westbrook, no matter what position he is in, no matter what team he play, he gonna give you 100%.
That's true.
He gonna hustle.
That's facts.
He gonna give you. He don't know how to slow down. Like he gonna get 0 to 100 real quick. Like Drake used to say, he gonna give you 100% every night.
That's true.
He might not can't make. He may not can hit a jump shot. He may turn over the ball a lot. But he gonna give you 110% every single night, and he's probably the only player in the NBA that will give you 100%, 110%, and he don't miss games. He gonna play.
Yeah, that's facts.
He's
play. A guy that hardly gets hurt.
Right. The number one ability is availability.
Ooh,
so
that's good.
He's always available. You know what I'm saying?
So I would say I'm not dissing Russ. I believe Russ is a phenomenal player, man. His energy level, man, day in and day out, night in and night out on the floor is definitely a game changer. But I remember listening to Darvin Ham when he first did his press conference. And he was, acknowledging Russ.
Shout out to Texas Tech.
Hey,
even though I don't like y'all, I'm a UT person. Shout out to Texas Tech.
Yeah, Darvin Ham was like, he's talked to Russ and, figure out, trying to make adjustments to make it work. He was like, we might have to go to where Russ might have to come off the ball a little more.
Correct.
Come off the ball and get more on the defensive side, since he has that physicality. He has that, that body structure and they, get rebounds and play more defense.
Right.
And let, LeBron bring up the ball. Now, one thing I have heard Shannon Sharpe and them talk about, I don't know if this is going to happen, but with Russ coming in with the second string and coming off the bench, I don't know if that's going to happen.
I look at it like this. You paying this dude $47 million and he's a former MVP. Nah, he can't come off the bench.
Yeah.
One thing that he does need to do, in my opinion, is watch tape of one of his former assistant coaches, is Jason Kidd. When Jason Kidd got older, he couldn't hit a jump shot, nothing like that. What he did is he learned how to use his body and post up younger guards, and hit the bank shot.
That's true.
And then as he became more confident posting those guards up, then he was able to knock down 3-point shots because his confidence was building. Russ, I feel like he needs to look at tape of Jason Kidd, you know what I'm saying, and get on the block, post him up, you know what I'm saying. He has great vision.
Right.
The only thing is he processes information so fast to the point he turns over the ball a lot.
Right.
A lot of people, not LeBron. LeBron can analyze and process information so quick on the court, and he gonna make the right pass. He gonna make the right play.
That's true.
Everybody don't have that, basketball IQ like LeBron.
Right.
Russ, he has the ability and he has a basketball IQ, but he's like I said, he's 110. He give it 110% all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So what do you think what else do you think they need to do?
Another thing they need to do,
acquisitions. Well, who do they need to trade? Who do you think fits the system that Darvin Ham is trying to implement over there in Los Angeles?
Another thing they need to do, they need some more 3-and-D guys. They need some more young guards, some more young wings over there, man. 'Cause I was very disappointed when they got rid of KCP and Alex Caruso, man. These were 2 3-and-D guys who were able to get buckets when buckets needed to be got, and also play defense in order to help. LeBron, since we know LeBron is getting older, he can't be so efficient on defense like he used to be. Having those 3-and-D guys come in and take over the game, that's how it panned out. That's how they were able to get that championship during the bubble. Right. So that's another thing they need to get is some 3-and-D guys. I think they just picked up. I can't pronounce his name. But he was on the bench, for the Warriors on his championship team. I can't remember his very difficult name, but he was what's his name, man?
To something. Yeah, he played for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Toscano Anderson.
They just picked him up.
For the Warriors,
just picked him up, and so I'll definitely say get some more young guards, young wings. Because this is a league where the youngsters taking over, man.
Right, yeah.
It's a young guard league, man. The old heads are kind of shifting out, and you got these young guards that's coming in dominating, like Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, of course, Luka, all these young people that's coming in, killing the game. So I would definitely say they need some more 3-and-D guys.
Right.
Young guards.
So what I remember when the Mavericks was playing the Lakers, and they were actually here, and they played a game in L.A., we're starting to see LeBron's age on the defensive side. LeBron used to be a phenomenal defender.
Right.
First time, all first NBA defensive team and stuff like that.
Right.
But when he was playing the isolation game against Luka would literally do a pick and roll all the time, and they would switch, and he'll make sure LeBron switched on him, and Luka would beat him and stuff like that all the time. So, LeBron is getting there up in age, but on the offensive side, you can't stop him.
Yeah.
Him getting to go, any shot that LeBron wants, you can't stop him. You either going to foul him or you're going to get a flagrant foul. It's just one or the other. Or you're going to get hurt. He going to bulldoze.
Oh, yeah, he going to dunk
on you.
Sorry, Kevin Love.
Sorry, Kevin Love. That's his buddy, but he had to put him on a poster, you know what I'm saying? But one thing, I know when free agency began and my former Longhorn buddy, Kevin Durant, mentioned that he wanted to be traded.
Sniper.
I was like, man, y'all watch out for the Lakers. Because if people remember, the GM of the Lakers and the GM for the Nets during the offseason, during the finals, they had dinner together. And no telling what they was discussing.
Right.
Trying to, make a creative trade. One thing that I would love to see, I would hate to see, but I would love to see, is the Lakers move on from Russ and Anthony Davis. And why not bring Kyrie, Irving, and Kevin Durant over there to play with LeBron?
I just heard this earlier too.
I tweeted that soon. Kevin Durant mentioned, I want to be traded. I was like, man, y'all better watch out for the Lakers, because I wouldn't mind getting rid of Anthony Davis. He stayed hurt. You know what I'm saying? Give me Kevin Durant, who can play. He's a great defender. He doesn't get a lot of recognition for his defensive on the defensive side, but he's a solid defender. He can shoot, of course. He can create any shot on the court. I mean, he's long, and then on top of that, imagine pick and rolls and pick and pops with LeBron. Man, LeBron probably average a triple double. Seriously,
he would.
So I would love to see those three, and then of course Kyrie, with his handles and how he can get to the goal. Man, that'll be beautiful. That'll be Showtime all over. Showtime Lakers all over again. Man, but yeah,
I think me personally, I think Kyrie is the greatest ball handler of all time. That's just me.
Handle wise. Yeah,
and to be able to get to the bucket the way he does, he's a magician with the ball, man. It's smooth. Like, I literally seen a video on TikTok with him practicing and dribbling the ball with each finger of his hand. Like, this dude puts the work in to be able to have that creativity with his ball handling, man. And so, like, dang, I would love to have Kyrie over there. They already got chemistry.
Yeah.
Come on over, my guy.
You don't want to ring with him. Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, they all have chemistry. They all play Team USA.
That's true. Yeah,
so they have chemistry. And one thing, if you always want to attract another major free agent, look who is on Team USA. Because then they on the road, they bonding with each other for over a month.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna be like, hey man, I want to play with you, all this other stuff. That's why I believe it was always hard for Dallas to attract a superstar, because when we go after somebody, we went Dirk not from here, so he couldn't create that bond, that personal bond playing for Team USA. Luka's not from here. He can't create that bond and say, hey, only time that they can really do that is during the All-Star game, and that's only, 7 days. That's a whole week.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to hurry up and get out, and then you got other people in that area. Hey, man, I want to play with you. You got these other people. So that's why I feel like that's one reason why Dallas was, never able to attract that other superstar. Okay. Let's go over here. So, staying on the sports realm, if you had to pick 5 athletes, no matter the sport, who would be your top 5 athletes of all time? No matter the sport.
No matter the sport.
Right.
Oh, this is good. Number one, of course, is my guy, my boy LeBron James, man. Not just on the court, but he's an awesome dude off the court, man. Correct, I think that's what makes him a great man, a great person, having both of those blended in. And so, of course, number one, it would be LeBron. Finna mess y'all up with this one. Number 2, probably to be my girl, Serena Williams.
Man, I was waiting on you not to mention a woman. I was going to say, but what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
man, yes,
brother.
Sir.
Number
yes,
2,
sir. Yes, sir.
Probably to be Serena Williams,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Like, that girl's work ethic, man. And her style and her skill and her drive, her passion, man, her energy level, all those different traits and characteristics, man. Serena, and all the criticism she had to take, and the racism, different stuff like that, and I definitely have Serena, as number 2. So LeBron, Serena, I probably had to say, let's make another shift. I'll probably have to say Muhammad Ali.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna be like this and say, you gotta put the greatest in there.
Yeah, I was probably to say, Muhammad Ali, man, the way he was able to, handle the boxing world, even the criticism and the stuff that he got, and them taking everything from him and then coming back, bouncing back, and still get back into the boxing arena and showing people who he was and the skill set that he has. And if he talk noise, that believe he's gonna back it up.
Oh yeah.
Fall like a butterfly, sting like a bee, man, and that footwork that he had.
So, in my opinion, what made Muhammad Ali the greatest, even though he took some losses in boxing,
right.
what made him the greatest was what he did outside the ring,
Man,
like
yeah.
social injustices and standing up for blacks' rights and everything like that. He was a voice beyond the ring. His connection with Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and
right.
Louis Farrakhan and all of those. Elijah Muhammad, just the person he was and what he stood for, that was big, man. And him, going to jail for something that he believed. Like, I'm not going to war for a country that don't love me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, he stood for something, and when he stood on it, he had his feet, firm. That's what he believed, and it wasn't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, that's what made him the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead and that's 3 right there.
That's 3. So we got LeBron, Serena, Muhammad Ali. Let's make another shift for my guy Deion Sanders, man. Deion Sanders from the football arena, prime time, man.
Yes,
not
sir.
just I know everybody got their opinions and assumption on who the greatest cornerback of all time is, but for me it was just his charisma, his flashiness, his appearance. The way he carried himself, his swag, also be able to carry that, on the field and just being a trendsetter, wearing the bandanas, having the tape shoes and, the dance he would do going into the end zone. He just made football fun, for, African-American athlete coming into the league.
Brought the culture into football.
Right. Exactly, yeah. Brought the culture into football.
Yeah.
Let me see. So we got LeBron, got Serena, got Muhammad, got Deion.
Deion.
Number 5. Oh man.
Come on, man. Don't do this to my boy. I know he been going through a lot, since he got divorced. But come on, you gotta mention him. He one of the greatest. He don't like saying he black, but he black. Come on now.
So my MJ?
Nah.
You might have let me do it.
Can't do him. Now, give me your top 5. I'll let you know once you give me your 5.
Okay, so we got Bron, got Serena, got Deion, got Muhammad Ali. Who would be number 5 for me, man? It's a tough one. I don't know. I'll probably have to go back to basketball, man, and put my boy, probably Magic.
Magic over Jordan? Okay.
Yeah, I probably had to choose. I have to choose Magic.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel like who he was in basketball. That's how Deion was in football.
Right.
The flashiness, the prime time, and not just that, man. Being able to, because I know we talk about on our podcast and our platform being vulnerable and being open.
Correct. Yeah.
Even just going back to where he was diagnosed, even what he was diagnosed with, and sharing that with the public.
Correct.
Man, that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of boldness.
Right.
That takes a lot of heart, man, to be able to share that in the public eye and get that, that scrutiny or that criticism and still be able to move forward in life and handle it and have a great support system.
Right.
And handle it the way it needs to be
Shout
handled.
out to Cookie, man, his wife.
Yeah, shout out to his wife, man, and of course the business endeavors and relationships he made along the way. And so, yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I'll probably put him number 5. Of course, we know, he's a great basketball player, but outside of that, the way he handled himself, going forward in life. So yeah, that's my 5. But who's you finna say, man?
Man, he don't like to be considered he's black. He is I don't think he graduated from Stanford. But he went to Stanford. His father is black. His mother is Asian. And he is, in my opinion, the greatest golfer of all time.
Okay.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger. Yeah.
I got to put him, even though he's been in a downward spiral ever since his divorce and everything like that. But, just from where he come from and his father instilled the love of golf in him at a young age. And made him one of the best. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see golf, you didn't think of anybody black. He brought the us into golf. You know what I'm saying? And,
he did.
And he was like, "Hey, can't nobody beat me. I'm the greatest. I'm the best at it." You know what I'm saying? I feel like, y'all might have your own opinion, but I feel like once a black person, man or woman, make their mind up and be like, how I'm gonna play this sport. they instantly can become the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Because we just built different. We have different abilities. We have different strengths.
Yes, sir.
We're typically faster. We're typically stronger. So he capitalized on that and became a billionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So this is the second time he was a billionaire, but he was a billionaire before his wife, before all the divorce, and then he lost, a lot.
Right.
And then now look where he at. And he haven't really played much golf lately. You know what I'm saying? And he became a billionaire. So, I have to say that, I had to mention Tiger Woods. I didn't mention him in my top 5 when we was playing. But you only said basketball in mine, so I would have threw Tiger Woods in mine.
Oh yeah. Any athlete, yeah. Tiger has to be in there.
So another question: if you had the opportunity to perform on stage with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Ooh, to perform on stage with anybody?
Anybody, dead or alive. You had just this one night where a dream can come true. Make a wish. You just say like you was a Make-A-Wish person, and you had the opportunity to perform on stage with anybody, dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Or alive, probably my boy CB, man.
Really?
Yeah, probably my boy Chris Brown. I don't know, since me being.
I was thinking as a second one, but I had somebody else.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, I would probably have to say CB, man. Probably just I love his style. I love his choreography. The videos and the content that he puts out.
Right.
I just love his style in general and the stuff that he puts out, man. The way he put together his choreography, even his freestyles and stuff like that. And so it would probably have to be in today's time. Probably to be CB, man. I love a lot of his choreography.
I don't like all that flipping and stuff. But he can be jamming, but all that flipping and man, you can say that for the birds, man.
Yeah, ain't no flipper. I can do something else.
I was thinking you would have said Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking, man. I was like, Michael Jackson, man. In my head, before I was going to ask that question, I like Michael Jackson. I know it's Michael Jackson. I know it.
Well, people are always comparing CB to Mike, but I don't think you can do that because Mike in his own lane, man. Now that might have to be a part B, man. I definitely have to love to perform with Mike, man. You talking about one of the greatest performers of all time, man. Right. Like him pulling up on the scene, you had all coaches crying and screaming and trying to get into the concert, man. You just go back and watch some of the documentaries.
Right.
And even him being the person that he was, I remember that documentary, This Is It, that he had. Watching that, he was definitely a person of excellence.
Yeah.
He always operated out of the spirit of excellence, man. When he put together concerts and rehearsals, just watching him behind the scenes and stuff like that. Yeah, Mike was always on top of his game. But I definitely, probably, top 2, probably CB and Mike.
and people don't realize how humble Mike was, man.
Yeah, that's true.
He's real humble individual. He'll give anything. He's just a great person, man. It's like he was very soft spoken, of course. You know how he talked. You know what I'm saying? He was a very soft spoken person. It's crazy that we lost him at a young age.
Right.
It's crazy. What was it? 13 years ago now. It don't even seem like it. It just seemed like a few years ago. But he's been gone for a minute, man. Rest in peace to the GOAT, man.
On the side note, man, I would love to be in that Thriller video.
Man,
that was one of my favorite videos, man. Them zombies just going hard.
You being a dancer, you probably would have fit perfect in that video. That or Scream with him and Janet Jackson.
Oh yeah, Scream,
yeah, or Beat It. I like that video too.
Beat It was fire. He had a lot of fire content.
He was a visionary, man. He was like before his time, like with the creativity in his videos, man. It's just ridiculous. Like the Thriller video was a movie, basically. Roddy Ricch or whatever. He tried to recreate it. And late at night, he tried to recreate that same video, but it's like, nah, you can't do what Mike do, man. You can try to imitate, but you'll never, you can't do what the OG did, man. Come on now. Yeah. So, I'm gonna ask you this question. Okay, let me put yourself in your wife's shoes. All right, let's do this. What would you say is the most difficult thing to love about you?
answer.
What do you think your wife would say?
What do I think my wife would say? The most difficult thing to love about me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What would be that answer? I would probably say, wow. Most difficult thing. I would probably say not thinking. I guess for me, us being in this relationship so long, and I guess her, watching and seeing me grow, I would probably say the most difficult thing would probably be not allowing myself to give grace to myself.
Okay.
In a sense, always, not seeing myself as more than, what I currently am. Because Tamika is a person of always giving words of affirmation. She's done that numerous of times to a point to where, I'm talking to God and I'm like, God, I don't even, I don't even feel worthy.
Right.
The past mistakes that I've had, the past failures, different things like that. I don't feel like I'm worthy of a husband. I don't feel like I'm worthy of a friend. I don't feel like I'm worthy, of a partner or this partnership. And so I believe probably one of the most difficult things for Tamika to love about me is me not giving grace to myself and knowing that I can be better. I can thrive. We human. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fail. We're gonna make mistakes. So that's what God's grace and mercy is for. So I would probably say it's probably one of the toughest things. It's probably not giving grace to myself and allow myself to move on from whatever mistake or flaw that I'm struggling with.
So closing this out, get a world something motivational, or it could be a scripture, it can be whatever God placed on your heart, just to share it with us.
So for me, again, as we wrap this up, man, appreciate you guys listening and tuning in, getting to know me on a deeper level. The laughs, the jokes, man, the stuff that we put out, and the questions that was asked by my brother. We've been on each other for quite some time, and so if I could leave the listeners with something, this is actually something that I posted here recently on social media. I taught a lesson actually on Super Bowl Sunday entitled "When Urgency Calls," and so I came from the parable of the 10 virgins. Now, in this text, I believe it's Matthew chapter 25. In this text, it talks about 10 virgins, but if you go back and read the description of it, it talks about 5 foolish virgins, but also 5 wise virgins. And so me, I'm a person that's always paying attention to detail, what the scripture is actually saying. And so just from these description or these 2 different groups of people, what I want to leave y'all with is when it comes to your success, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your aspirations, it's not just important on what you do, but it's also important about who you do it with.
Yes.
So I believe that's why it was broken up in that way, showing you guys here, these are 2 group of women. So it's letting you know which path that you need to take, which group of people that you need to be around so that it can allow you to thrive and grow and be better. If you're always hanging around 5 foolish women, guess what? You're going to be the 6th. If you're hanging around 5 wise women, women of wisdom and women of knowledge and moving forward, you're going to be the 6th. So that even goes for a man as well, or a child, or whatever it is. It's all about, who your caliber of people are, what I call your inner circle. And so if I can leave y'all with that, that's what I would leave y'all with. I'm really, really big now, man, on having a healthy circle. Y'all heard me preach that in episode 2 and 1, man, having the right core people around you. So that's what I would leave y'all, man, when it comes to you guys' goals and dreams. Have a healthy inner circle, man.
Yeah, I remember this person saying, if you want to be a millionaire, hang around millionaires.
Facts.
Because you're going to start picking up the habits. You're going to start picking up their work ethic. You're going to start picking up different visions of whatever that's going to make you a millionaire. Now, if you want to be a millionaire, you're hanging around people that don't want to go to work. You know what I'm saying? They're complaining about going to work and stuff like that. You're going to be one of those people that be complaining about, hey, I don't feel like going to work. You finding excuses. Hey, I got 40 hours of sick time. Let me use this. I ain't really sick, but I'm sick, but I got to go to this concert tonight. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start making excuses. So I agree 100% with that. You got to be you got to be cautious of who you hanging around, and then you got to whatever direction you're trying to go, make sure you're networking and connecting with that people, that type of people, that type of crowd, and connecting to the right people in the right season. Like you can connect with somebody, and it could be the wrong season. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you just have to be careful about that as well. So I agree 100% with that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, we do want to thank y'all for tuning into this special episode. Like I said, July 7th is Willie's birthday. If you wanted to give him a gift or anything like that, tell them how they can Cash App you or Zelle you. Don't get your phone number out. Just if you know them personally, send them a message. Hey, if you want to Zelle me something, yeah, shoot them your phone number. But Cash App, give you a gift or just say happy birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, I'm not. You don't have to give me no gift or anything like that. Just say happy birthday. That's the greatest gift you can do to me, especially if I don't know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But how can they just say happy birthday, or if they find in their heart give you something,
Of course, like you said, I do have Cash App. It's it's young. It's the $ Young Beeman. YNGBEAMEN. So. But I mean, I'm not the type of person that's always looking for a handout. I'm always the type of person that's blessing myself.
Mm-hmm.
God give me the ability to make my own income. I definitely always pour into myself. But yeah, I always say happy birthday and reach out to me on Facebook, Willie Strickland. You'll see me. You'll see the picture. I have the red sweats on. I believe with the Boys in the Hood shirt. You'll see it. Also reach me on Instagram at Willie Strick, and you also reach me on TikTok as well at Willie Beam in 1989. And so, yeah, those are, my main platforms to reach me. Even just saying happy birthday, even if I don't know you, it's just, the fact that I was able to make it to, year 33 is a blessing.
Right. And it's not Willie Strickland with the LAND. It's the LIN.
Yes. People always get that misconstrued.
Yeah, so Strickland ends in LIN.
Yes, sir.
Not LAND. No. So just wanted to let y'all know with that. And I want to leave y'all with this message. It's always someone else's fault. Guess what you need to do? Go in that bathroom or wherever you got a mirror set up. Look in that mirror. Take your self-accountability. Check your mirror. Peace.
Yes, sir.